Hello guys, I'm SkyStatics and this is another video of Dragonheir Silent Gods. Guys, this video today I'm gonna be flying around all the graves and I'm gonna show you what exactly changed between the skill of these bosses, for the 4th season. I think that is very important, guys, to know about this because it's crucial for you try to build your team right there and have a successful performance, to get exactly the equipment that's going to help you have amazing damage for part of the bosses. Okay, mainly talk about temporal vortex. So guys, just keep tuning right here. I'm gonna show everything. So I'm gonna start with scavenger. So when talk about scavenger, guys, you have to think about the equipments, okay, that are totally involved right here. Here you're gonna be able to get the new equipment where this equipment is very good in terms of silence. Yeah, that's what it is. 3 pieces right there is going to give you the possibility to inflict this silence for 6 seconds. The next one is the famous monolith. This monolith one is the one that is actually you have to use in your healers. After casting ultimate skill, the weather heals the ally with the currently lowest percentage of HP by 15 plus 15% max HP. Alright, and the last one right here is the one that everybody could be able to know, is the one that you actually use for stun your enemy. Actually you have 2 equipments right here in terms of the scavenger to use in arena. Alright, and a part of that you have the mythicals, the famous mythicals. So the first case right here, you guys know the absolute death rings, where you're gonna be very immune to coming in stun. And I want to give you here tips about this equipment here, this chest. Because guys, if you have this chest, you're gonna be able to fight against Xenos, okay? Because Xenos now, he has a control. He's gonna be able to stun you, okay? Stun all your team right there according to his attack, okay? So this one here is gonna be very useful now, okay? The next one here is another one that the wearer has an additional 50% chance of dispelling one buff. When talk about dispelling buffs, you guys know well, Xenos is one of the bosses right there, gonna be also that could be also interesting for you guys use. Another one here is the weather dispel one debuff from themselves, when they cast their ultimate skill. This is for dispelling debuffs. Another good point chest that can be useful against temporal vortex as one of the example, And then we end up here with the Waspine gloves. This one actually, when I'm gonna be using these gloves, you're gonna be able to heal yourself, for a while. As you guys can see right here, the damage dealt by the weather will be converted to healing when their HP is below 50%. Okay, AoE damage can only trigger 30% of this effect. All right, so you have all these mythicals here. And now let's go here. The grave actually, I was there actually. Let's see here in terms of information, okay? So one of his passive here, he has corrosion. Converts 2% of the current corrosion on the enemy into damage every 1 second, okay? So when dealing damage, 20% of the damage dealt will be converted into corrosion. And when the enemy corrosions reaches 50% of their max HP, they die immediately. Okay, that's the change here, guys. This is crazy. When enemies inflicted with corrosion receive healing, corrosion equal to 30% of the excessive healing, you'll be converted into HP. Okay, this is the first passive of this guy. Then you have control immunity right here, and the first hit that he has, he deals poison damage to all enemies with 100% chance of inflicting what? Healing prohibition. And you guys know well that he does this. The second option here, he has stun, guys. Again, look at this. Launches attack at the enemy that granted the most healing, dealing poison damage to the target and nearby enemies, okay, with a 100% chance of inflicting stunned on them for 5 seconds. Like now they decided to bring like all these kind of control anyway. So, and then the last one is when he takes the tank as a snack, you know, he devours the range target and chills them for 4 seconds and deals poison damage to the enemy every 1 second. Inflict corrosion that equals to 80% of the range damage due on other enemies without shields, okay? That's what it is, guys. So these are exactly the skills that the boss for the season 4 has in terms of this scavenger. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you here just for you guys to have an idea in terms of teams. Okay, actually I believe that if you guys bring a very strong attack team right here, it's going to be good for you. On this case right here, I'm gonna try with my Radiance Lightning Heroes using Orphana as the crazy girl here to put these boss down. Let's see what's going to happen. Here we go. Orphana does pretty well the work here, guys. Don't get her wrong. Let's say it this way. Don't get me wrong. You know, don't get Orphana wrong, because she is nice to perform the skill and everything. Okay. So as you guys can see, corrosion is attack of the boss. This corrosion is crazy. He can kill easily. You look at that. You know, he killed my Ardred very easily. You know, but I'm counting here with my Orphana. She does the work here to finish this boss as quick as he can. I hope that he gonna be do this. Let's see. Okay, that is what it is. She's attacking there, and she's gonna be able to finish the boss, and that's it. You know, Orphana is magnific. I finished the boss here, level 9. Just for you guys see, bring here nice weird in terms of damage. You're gonna be good for that. Okay, no problem at all. So this is my first example in terms of the scavenger. All right, so now I'm going to show to you guys boss here. Next boss in terms of dangers, that is Xenos, but part of the grave, of course. That was the grave of rot. So let's go now there. See how it goes, you know. So this boss now, guys, a part of what he does, you know about the buffs and everything, he has a control. And when talk about the boss here, we're gonna be able to get nice equipments as well. Like the first one here is the ancestral protection. You guys know about these equipment. Helps you in terms of survivability, right? That's what it is, you know, in terms of damage reduction. Okay, the second one here, you have the new one that's came with the Oasis Garden chest, the garden one. So this perfect equipment right here. When the wearer HP is higher than 6%, the damage taken will be reduced by 25%. It's another good option as well in terms of defense. But guys, do not lose the opportunity to have the cereal. Okay, cereal is back again to the game, where you're gonna be able to improve the attack of your team. Look at this, you know, 3 pieces. When the wearer successfully inflicts a debuff, all allies gain additionally 15% attacks for 10 seconds. Okay, and for sure loads of people are gonna be trying their best to get these equipment right here in the game. Okay, and here is exactly where you have the green mode equipment for part of the mythicals, where the first case right here, the Supreme Blasting Armor. This one, when the wearer gains a buff, there's a 50% chance for the buff to be unspillable. But for healers, that's the one, the Moonlight Mantle. Okay, in the Moonlight, guys, try your best to have this one because it really helps. Okay, when talk about temporal attacks there, so this one is very good, you know, for healers. So there are 50% chance for the weather to grant 50% increase healing and shield effects. Okay, nice. So that's exactly here. And now let's see about Xenos skills. You guys can see recommendation there, accuracy, resistance. His force skill. Each buff possessed increases the recharge speed by 10%. Each debuff inflicted reduces the recharge speed by 10. So he's gonna be fast enough to hit, okay? So his unit of control here and the first skill, look what he has. He dispel all debuffs and gain 30%. Attacks up 30% there, more damage bonus and more accuracy bonus, okay? So in the second story here, he deals necrotic damage to an enemy and steals 2 buffs from them, okay? He's gonna be stealing that. And then in the end of the story where he has a stun, guys. Yeah, this time he has a stun, so be careful. He deals necrotic damage to all enemies if they possess less than 2 buffs. There is a 100% chance to inflict a stun. Less than 2 buffs, okay? You see the story here? Be careful, okay? You have to have buffs here, you know, in your team, all right? So that's the big change for part of the Xenos. And let's go and fight against this guy. And I'm gonna be using the same team actually. I'm gonna be using the same team, guys. The same team right here. That is my lightning team. So this lightning team here, guys, as you guys see here, I have Zephy, okay? Zephy can work pretty well here. So I put all my heroes. I have Gyarados there, I have Ardreth, I have the new guy. This tank is magnificent. I really like this guy. He's fantastic, guys. Master. You know, I really recommend this guy as well, part of Orphena. And I have Zephy right there. Zephy here, guys, she does a really nice work. In terms of Zephy, guys, according to his battle skill, where she gonna be able to dispel 1 buff from the enemies here, I suggest you guys to place this the new artifact. That's the Sundial of Forge. That's gonna be improving the battle skill of the hero, okay? I really suggest you guys do that, you know? And then I'm going to talk about this guy here in terms of battles, guys. You guys can do something else here according to the timing, okay? Mainly if you have Zephy actually in your team, you know? I'm gonna save here just in case. I'm gonna put it here test. You know, I'm gonna save here and I'm gonna put a time only for Zephy. Look at this. Well, look what I'm going to do here. You know, I'm gonna put this girl here to act probably here 15 seconds. I think now 16 seconds, okay? 16 seconds all the time. If she does that, it's going to be good, okay? And that's it, okay? It's going to be like on that way. And then let's go to the battle, you know? And again, guys, if you guys are able to fight against this guy in a fast way, good for you. Another good point right here is the same what happened there. If you guys could be able to notice against the Scavenger, if you have, if are able, one of your heroes are able to have a control of the speed of about the ultimate skill of these guys, where it's possible you reduce the time there, is going to be good for you, because actually Master, if I'm not wrong, he does this, okay? Recharge speed penalty. So this helps a lot, okay? This helps a lot when talking about channels over here. But let's go, guys. Let's go here to the fight, you know? So as you guys can see, so Master, when gonna be hitting there, he's gonna reduce the time of the boss, okay? That's what it is. Look, that's what it is. Yeah, lovely. And then doing that is good because, like, let's say your team, look at this stun, guys. Look at this stun. Yeah, unfortunately that happened, you know? That's a big problem. Big problem. But if the guys acting be here to be acting on the way, you know, to reduce the time and everything, and having the shield for part of Gyarados, you know, according to the artifact that he also uses, that's the gatekeeper there, good for you, you know. But again, the damage here implies a lot your performance, your successful here in this battle, you know. So try to bring here, guys, heroes who you have not just about protection, but in terms of damage for you to succeed, okay? So look at this. This is exactly what's happening here. And now is my Radiance team. My Radiance team with my Lightning team, okay? See, not big deal for part of Xenos here, guys. Not big deal for him, you know? Not big deal. So he lose this. He lose, look at that, you know? And then the speed penalty right there also implies a lot. And then you finish the boss. Okay? That's it, guys. No mystery, okay? No mystery at all. So that can be a very good suggestion for you guys in terms of these boss, okay? Now let's go to the last grave here. Part of these graves, you know, these dangerous, is the Deadly Harpy. I know that you're gonna be asking me there about the Deadly Harpy as well, you know? And the Deadly Harpy also now looks like a Xenos in terms of her skills, guys. They put a shield on her, man. Yeah, that's what they did. They put a shield on the Deadly Harpy right here. Let's go there. You know, let's go there. There is a shield on this girl. That's a real shield. You know, so Grave of Venom, that's the battle. And then very challenging now. Very challenging now. And then when we talk about here, the Grave of Venom, it's possible you get what? You know, you're gonna be able to get the attack equipment, okay? So this one here, you guys know well, you know, in terms of the third season, 3 pieces right here, increases the derivative damage dealt by the weather in 25%, okay? Smart focus here in terms of enlightenment and everything, you know, not big deal in terms of bosses, okay? But this is the one, and guys know well, the emissary right here, when we talk about temporal vortex, this is the best gear to go, okay? For temporal vortex, this is the one, guys. Probably it's going to be also the one for the world exploration boss, you know? In terms of chiefs, I don't think that the emissary is going to be the one, okay? Probably it's going to be between the Dominator or even the Undead. But this one here, guys, this lovely gear, when he releases ultimate skills, the hero gains 4% damage bonus up to 5 stacks, okay? That's exactly what the emissary does. And then the next one is the Dominator, okay? The Dominator gains 50% attack speed whenever basic attacks trigger a critical hit. The current damage dealt is increased by 10%. Actually, this equipment can be very good in terms of the part of PvE in the game, you know? Many, when talk about these bosses here, as an example, can be useful as well, you know? We're gonna be fast enough to try to finish all this kind of boss between the dungeons. And you end up here with the Undead one, you know? That looks cool. You know, I like the way that looks here, the Undead, you know. So when dealing a critical hit, 10% of the critical damage difference between the hero and the enemy will be converted into damage up to 20%. You know, this one, guys, I'm sure, I have, like, I presume that this is going to be the one for you fighting in terms of the Continental Challenge. You know, where you have the chiefs right there between each element. You know, you guys know well, you know, I believe that's good. This one is going to be the one, okay, for that case. And you have the mythical gloves. Guys, the mythical gloves, the first one here. Sorry about, guys, back off. So, the first case here, the wearer deals 35% increased damage to enemies with defense penalty. This is the best option for me in terms of Malinos, you know, you guys know well, okay? Now, this one here, the finality admonition, right? I think it's like this way that you call this. Okay, anyway, this one here, the wearer deals 35% increased damage. It receives 35% increased ultimate up to effect granted by all the allies, but endures 50% decrease recharge speed. Actually, this one here is going to be very good for using with the shadows. Part of the necrosis element, okay? You guys know well, right? But if you're going to sacrifice your speed for something, that's crucial here, you know? It depends. And then this one here is the a winding flash, where this one is about the Grand Gladiator Arena. Useful there. Okay, very specific. You know, it's going to help in terms of damage there. And then you finish here with the one that if you have skill haste, you're gonna get a plus attack. You know, the energy harvester. And that's it, guys. Now let's go to the battle. And let's know about the boss. Yeah, firstly here. You have 4 of these spheres, you know, but don't worry, these spheres do not going to give you the defense penalty, don't worry. But this boss now has a shield. So the first passive here, the deadly harpy attacks have a 90% chance of triggering the simultaneous attack from flame of element poison, whose target always remains the same as deadly harpies. Every debuff on flame of element poison reduces its trigger chance by 30% for every ally, other than the boss. Who possesses a shield on the field, deadly harpy gains 1 stack of damage reduction. So if you have a shield, she's gonna get damage reduction, okay? So it's going to be harder to finish this boss. And then you have accuracy there to 220. And here she is immune of control, but here the first skill she has, she deals poison damage to all enemies and grants shield to all allies. Okay, so look at that. So she's gonna be granting shields, guys. And each time one of the shields is broken, what's going to happen? She's gonna gain you're gonna receive damage equal to 3% of its max HP. Okay, that's what it is according to the allies there, right? Okay, no, according to the shields gear, sorry. So the next gear, the next skill she has deals poison damage to all enemies with 100% chance of dispelling 1 buff from them. You're gonna dispelling, guys, buffs here. And then she ends up here is where she dashes to the current target's location and performs a triple kick. So this one is very famous, guys, you know. Well, if you poison simultaneous attacks, look, if the monster has less than 2 debuffs when casting this skill, the target will be changed to a random enemy, okay? She has to have the debuffs the same way that happened with the 3rd season. And that's the end of the story, guys. So the problem here again is about the shield now, you know, and she has damage reduction. So this is the problem now in terms of this guy, of this boss. But it's no mystery, guys. If you have proper damage here, you're gonna do well. Okay, you're gonna do well. You just need to worry here to bring heroes for you do damage. You know, on this case right here, I could be able to fight with this team. This is the corrosion one. Okay, and I had performance here. I can try this team. I'm gonna load here. Look at the position that I have. Firstly, look at the position that I have. I'm gonna put this guy in action. Look at that. The good point here, guys, in terms of this team is this guy Cinarel can save a member of your team to not be killed. You know, so that's one good point. You know, so see the team what this team of corrosion did. All these spheres is totally eliminated very quickly. You know. And then look, the problem about this boss now is the damage reduction and then about the shield. But as I said, you have to have damage here, guys, because it's a big shield. Okay, unless if we're gonna bring here heroes, that's possible to break this shield. But if you do proper damage here, no problem at all. Okay, you're gonna finish this successfully. Okay, end of the story. As you guys can see here, I'm gonna be able to finish with these guys. you know, it's this team here, you know. So it's a nice team. You guys know well about Rook, you know well about Whiskey, what they do. You have a Frugal there, like it's the same team that you guys can use in Temporal Vortex if you have this team. Because it's not easy to have Rookie, you know, as part of your team nowadays. But it's one case. But I'm giving you some advice right here, because again, guys, you have to have good damage here, okay? You have to have very good damage, you know, to finish this arc. And that's it. I've done that. Nice, you know, good deal. And I'm gonna show you in terms of statistics, just so I can see, you know, like it was very balanced in terms of the damage there, and then that's it. Okay, guys, I hope that you guys like my video. You know, if you are new here, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very everybody that's to start to follow me here in my channel. Let's build all this community together, guys. Just I'm close there to reach 1,000 subscribers. But guys, you know, I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you for all the support. You know, I'm working hard here to bring all these videos for you guys, and this is another one. Okay, just like the video, share, you know, comment it there, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Order and chaos rolling in the multiverse. For thousands of years, their wars have never ended. Everyone has been involved in this war. So, where is your fate rolling to? Now, rolling in the Dragonheir world.